beetles. We don't often have beetles.
We don't, do we? But we should.
We should. That was lovely. That was really lovely. And we have another visitor in the studio. We are now lucky enough to be joined by Teresa Vorster, and she's here to talk about Purdy's Promise. Now, Teresa, you're from the Yorkshire Terrier and Toy Breed Rescue.
Yes, that's right, yes.
So you'll be pleased to see the little...
I have seen your lovely little boy, yes, and I've given him a cuddle.
That's Norfolk Terrier. It's very different
Norfolk
from Yorkshire
Terrier, yeah.
Now, Purdy's Promise. Tell us a little bit about what this is.
What Purdy's Promise is about.
Yes.
Well, over a week ago, I saw on Facebook a little Chinese crested hairless that was advertised, which was posted on the Facebook for Yorkshire Vets as lost. I then contacted them to see if we could offer a rescue space, because it's quite difficult when dogs get lost. The general rule of thumb is you have to notify the dog warden. You don't have to hand the dog over to the dog warden, but you must, by law, notify that dog warden. I then phoned to see if we could offer her maybe a rescue space, so she wouldn't have to go into the pound and do her 7 days in the pound. However, the dog warden had collected her, and she was then taken over to a boarding kennel, well, a pound kennel. I then phoned them. It was unfortunate that it's a pound that I've had dealings with before, and I've got dogs out of there in horrendous states that have been left for 7 days. I was then told that she had to do her 7 days, but she had been injured. I phoned every day to find out if she had been claimed. She hadn't been claimed. Eventually, I collected her Sunday a week ago, and with the most horrific bites. Basically, she was rotting. The smell was unbelievable. If you touched the wounds, the pus just oozed out of her. It was really, just absolutely disgusting state. We then took her to the vets. Basically, she needed a skin graft, but we needed to get her stabilised and we needed to get her strong. And she died 3 days later because the infection.
This is a sad story.
The infection just spread throughout.
What is Purdy's Promise?
Purdy's Promise is that little dogs that, or unfortunately, we can only take in small dogs because we use foster carers in our own homes and we all have small dogs. But dogs that have found themselves on the street, in the pound, that are injured, they normally left because the council will not, they have a budget of £100 a dog. If a dog needs more than £100 treatment, they don't get the treatment that they need.
So how does Purdy's Promise kick in at that point?
Purdy's Promise kicked in because we raised, with our Facebook page and our wonderful supporters in Yorkshire Terrier and Toy Breed Rescue, we raised £1,500 within 24 hours that was necessary for her operation. Aww. So Purdy's Promise is that we are going to continue fundraising, and we're going to keep that money and put it to one side. If vets or members of the public find that a dog that needs urgent medical care, the council cannot afford to pay that, they can contact us and we will take over the medical bills of that dog, and that's Purdy's Promise.
Wow. Well, that was lovely. Thank you very much indeed. And so nicely done, Teresa. We've got less than a minute until the news, so you've managed to explain all of that to Bradford and Nutty the Nation beautifully. And if I know Mr. Birch, he'll tweet it or Facebook it.
I certainly shall. Yes, I certainly shall. I'm reliable like that.
He's very reliable like
that.
That.
What a fun-filled hour we've had. We were talking to Dave Walton from West Yorkshire Fire Service, who, although he's down in Birmingham...